Well, people give us great feedback on the museum. I think they really get the personal stories and they really enjoy the museum. But the one thing that they haven't been able to do so far is to see the ship from all angles of the museum, which was absolutely the intention. And the reason they haven't been able to do that so far is that we've been drying the hull and it's had to be in a very insulated hotbox. The works that we're undertaking this winter will take off the walls of that hotbox and replace it with fully glazed floor-to-ceiling walls, so you will see the ship in fantastic panoramic views from everywhere around the museum. Well, obviously we have the big relaunch next summer when you will be able to stand in the same space as Henry VIII's Tudor warship for the first time in 25 years. And then after that, I think we need to work really hard on telling different stories and refreshing the offer. So there's always a reason to come back to find out more about the next chapter of Mary Rose. I think the future also involves working really closely with the other attractions in Portsmouth Historic Dockyard to create joined-up reasons to visit. So, for example, if we talked about medicine, what was medicine like in Tudor times? What was it like in Victorian times? What was it like in Georgian times? I think we can tell a really exciting joined-up story. I think one of the biggest is that people really connect to people's stories. When we tell stories about how the common man lived on Mary Rose, I think it really connects with people through the objects that they see, like backgammon sets or musical instruments and so on. I think we've also found that people really do want to know how we do our conservation work, and I think that's a really important part of our museum now. And I think the final thing we've learnt is that these sorts of attractions can really help drive the economy of a city. We've seen huge uplift in visitor spend on the back of the Mary Rose Museum and the investments that our partners have made at Portsmouth Historic Dockyard. And I think that's a really interesting economic model.